Hello.
Like this be better. You can hear me, right?
Yep, I can hear you all right. Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Number 7.
Number 7. Lucky number 7, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's the week?
Oh, man, I swear it's going by so fast. But probably better than you. How are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. I got hit pretty hard. Some stomach bug going around. Made its way through the school, and then the kid brings it home, and then I get it. Um, I was pretty rough shape. Just hugged the toilet for a while. So that
Hmm.
was my friend. Um, I didn't. I think I made this joke to you earlier, but I didn't wake up with any spider powers. I didn't
Hmm.
get abs. I
What?
did. I know. I know. I can't win. Although I did lose like a lot of. I don't know. It must have been water weight or something. My
Oh,
Tales of
yeah.
Old shirt fits a lot better. So
Yeah.
you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm on the mend. On the mend. It's just
Okay.
one of those things that hits you hard. So,
Yeah.
but we're bouncing back. I got my Gatorade. I'm ready to go.
Nice. Nice.
So
Nice. Good.
yeah. But yeah, if you're ready, we'll just jump right into spilling the beans. It's a huge announcement, Will.
Yeah. Uh, I didn't read the whole thing because my night has been just so chaotic. Um, what would
Yeah,
it be?
I'll let you pull it
Uh,
up, switch gears, and I'll jump into it a little bit.
Cool. Spilling the beans. There we go.
Yep.
Oop, wrong
So
one. Go ahead.
I was looking at a bunch of different articles just for something that wasn't straight, you know, Alexa, that
Mm-hmm.
type of
Yeah.
thing. Um, so I was making sure that we covered all our bases. We kind of branched out a little bit. And one of these headlines caught my eye. It said, "Get ready for the next intelligent AI powered voice bot." And I'm thinking, whoa, whoa. I
Ooh.
mean, that's going to be another Alexa. That's going to be another Google, Siri, you know?
Kimmy?
And what?
Yeah, it's a new movie called Kimmy. So
Oh,
sorry.
Kimmy.
If you
Um,
haven't seen it, you wouldn't have gotten the joke.
ah, yeah, remember, I'm slow tonight too,
Yeah, that's true.
but that's almost every night. But so I saw this headline, and I'm thinking like, oh, what is this? Right? This is going to
Hmm.
be something big. And no, no, this is not the new Alexa. This is not anything for. I mean, it's exciting. It's something neat. It's something different that voice is
Hmm.
capable of. But what this article gets into, it talks about uh, staff shortages, basically for
Gotcha.
all kinds of industries, but it focuses mainly on hotel and hospitality.
Hmm.
And so, one of the issues that they have in this area of business is that they don't have people to work their phone systems. So,
Yeah.
if people are calling to book, if they're not doing it online, they're calling in. They hit that IVR system, press one for this, press
Right.
two for that. And so what they're doing, and they're kind of pushing some boundaries a little bit in voice, is that instead of press one for this, press two for that, you can say, "I'd like to book a room" in natural conversation language,
Gotcha.
or what are your rates for two people, non-smoking, pet friendly,
Hmm.
and then you could potentially pull your dynamic information from that. So it is kind of neat to see where it's going and how it's not really what I took the headline to be, but there is a lot of potential there. They've done some research on it, and one of the leading ones, especially the one that this article talks about, they call it Bella, which I kind of thought was maybe like kind of riffing off of Alexa a
Bellhop.
little bit in, yeah, yeah, bellhop, but also giving it that person, that
Mhm.
personality to it, you know.
Right.
And so I thought it was good. I think that's a good way to do these things. But I think, and I'm pretty sure you've come across this too, where let's say you go to a website and there's like a chat window that pops up, right? And it's
Mhm.
just like a conversation type of thing, and you can put in generic keywords,
Right.
and it'll kind of try and pull up some information, or maybe like a frequently asked questions article or something like that.
Mhm.
Those are very, in my opinion, very hit or miss. There's some work that can definitely be done in that area, and
Yeah.
then to take that and put it into a voice environment, I think it has to be done very, very well right off the bat, or it may not catch on,
Right.
or you could potentially lose business, especially in like one of these hotel hospitality environments. So,
And especially in the hospitality environment, since you have big competitors such as Alexa, they
mhm,
do have a hospitality section for Alexa. So uh,
right, right.
yeah, I
So
was trying to see what type of voice capturing th- this one has, but I couldn't see it by skimming the article.
not in
Do you
this
know?
article.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a very, it's almost like a marketing type of article, but
Gotcha.
it's got that informative thing, and they did link off to a few studies, like research that they've done on it, so that they've determined that, I think it was, let me find the exact number. So 60%, it can save up to 60% of the front desk staff their call volume, which is considerable, you know, especially if you're
Yeah.
short staffed already.
Mhm.
So I think there's that kind of
Mhm.
potential. But then there was, what I liked about this was that there was always the transfer to human option. That way you're
Yeah.
not stuck trying to get somebody, or push
Exactly.
zero for an operator type of thing.
Mhm.
But I like this, and it kind of got me thinking a little bit. What's the advantage to one of these versus just an Alexa skill with
Mhm.
booking capability?
Mhm.
Because those exist out there.
Right.
So um, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see some of the numbers and values off of how cost effective it is for a hotel chain to implement this versus maybe another solution. So,
Mhm.
but it was a neat little article. It caught my eye. It
Yeah.
did the job. The clickbait did the job.
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
but once I dug into it a little bit, got past my surprise. I thought it was a good thing to bring up, that it's nice to see voice getting into different areas of business, and kind of
And
becoming
it's
more
not,
mainstream.
the big companies that are doing it. It's, these
Exactly. Yep.
one-offs. So that
Yep.
is great. Yep.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Um, was that all you're gonna say about it?
I think so. Yeah, it wasn't a
Okay.
very long article, but it did come out today. Actually, is when it
Okay.
came out. So that's why it caught my eye. I
Yeah,
thought,
for sure.
oh, we are spilling the beans, you know, and then nah,
The
not so
fresh
much.
beans,
Right. Right.
not
So
canned.
that's right. Only the best. Only the best.
Um,
So,
no, I was just gonna state a little bit about Kimmy, the movie. So it
mhm,
is about a voice assistant, an AI voice assistant like Alexa, Google, Home, whatever it's called, um, and the other ones. Um,
mhm.
the biggest thing is they had real people would look at if if uh, you asked the device something, then it would, and it didn't know what to do, or it did something wrong,
Okay.
uh, it would flag it and then send it to a real person.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Huh.
these people were actually manually pretty much putting in slot values.
Right.
If
Right. Yeah.
someone said something, they're entering a new slot value for this. So I thought that was interesting.
That is
Um,
cool. Huh.
but it the main character, um, I forget the actress's name, but um, she gets a one that sounds like a woman is in trouble.
Okay.
So uh, it, he, she, goes through the chain and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm not spoiling it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it it was interesting. It was
I'll have
it
to check
was
that out. And it's newer.
pretty fun. Yeah, it's within the last week or so. So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
on Prime, I believe.
Oh, even better. Even better.
Yep.
Cool. Were you ready to have some fun?
I will try.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So we're gonna, yeah. So we're gonna jump over to Bean-boozeled. Um,
All right.
we have a science quiz trivia skill, but it's specifically for kids, and it says true false. So
True.
50-50 chance. We're really getting ourselves all the best odds here.
Bean-boozeled, right? Yeah.
Yep, Bean-boozeled. What did I say? I probably said something else.
No, I think you said that, but I
Oh.
was blanking out. I was doing too many things at once. Not a multitasker. All right. Let's get this pulled up. There we go. Billions.
Awesome.
I was just seeing if Kimmy was on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. I could have sworn it was on here, but I could be wrong. I'll look it up
Is it?
and make sure I say the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we dang it, thought I had pulled up, but I just shared it. I didn't pull it up.
Okay. Yep.
And I need to enable this. Can I enable this? A parent needs to give permission. Well, I will just try to open it. So
Sure.
start science quiz.
Okay, here's Science Quiz. Welcome to Science Quiz. I have 3 difficulty levels for you:
All
easy,
right.
medium, and hard. To start the game, select any one level. So tell me, which level do you want to try: easy, medium, and hard?
Well,
We'll
it's
do
not a
medium.
button. Medium?
Yeah, we'll
Medium.
do medium.
Great. You selected medium level of this game. Here, I will ask you 10 questions about science in each round of game. Each question has 4 answer options. Just say the number of the answer that you think is the right answer. Here you can also set up a reminder or ask hint for any question. Let's begin. Question 1. Which of the following layers of the sun is marked by sunspots? 1. Corona. 2. Radiation zone. 3. Photosphere. 4. Chromosphere.
Is it too late to go back to easy? Oh.
4.
That answer is wrong.
Dang it.
Ouch. The correct answer is
I should have.
your score is 0. Now your question fact.
Photosphere was
know
my
the
next guess.
photosphere is the deepest layer of the sun that we can observe directly. It reaches from the surface visible at the center of the solar disk to about 250 miles,
So
400
this
kilometers
has correct
above that.
capitalization.
Now next
The
question.
first paragraph did not.
Question
You're
2.
right. I saw that.
Harmless concentration of fluoride in drinking water is 1. Less on 0.7 parts per million. 2. 1.0 parts per million. 3. Greater on 1.2 parts per million. 4.
Leaning
1.5 parts per million.
Yeah.
2.
That answer is wrong. Ouch. The correct
7.
answer is 1.
This is for kids?
7 parts per million.
It
Your
is
score
the right
0.
one too,
Now
because
your
I
question
see
fact.
the
Did you
side.
know fluoride plays a role in the mineralization
logo.
of your bones and teeth, a process essential for keeping them
We
hard?
might be stopping at
Now
3
next
questions. Save ourselves some embarrassment here.
Which of the following wastes is highly infectious? 1. Domestic. 2.
Okay, I got this.
Industrial. 3. Biomedical. 4. Animal.
3.
3.
3. Animal.
That answer is correct.
Hey!
Cha-ching. You get 10 points. Your rank is
Okay.
212. Your
Woo!
score is 10.
212.
Now your
we went up
question
Not
fact.
too
500
shabby.
No.
ranks.
Biomedical engineering, also referred to as bioengineering, biomed or BME, is a multidisciplinary STEM field that combines biology and engineering, applying engineering principles and materials to medicine and healthcare. Now next question.
Okay.
Question 4. Which disease is
What?
caused by the fungi?
You can't
1.
read that.
Ringworm.
I know.
Dermatitis. 3. Polio. 4. Cholera.
Caused by
Uh,
fungi.
Fungi. Yeah, it's I think it's D. Yeah, it's D.
Or 4.
Yeah, or
4.
4. Yeah.
That answer is wrong.
Ringworm.
Whoops.
What?
The correct answer is 1. Ringworm. Your score is 10.
Okay.
Now, question fact. Did you know ringworm often
My
spreads
second guess.
direct skin-to-skin contact with an
Huh.
infected person, animal to human? You can contract ringworm by touching an animal with ringworm. Ringworm can spread while petting or grooming dogs or cats. Now next
Interesting.
question.
So gross.
That was my next guess.
5. Benzene hexachloride is very effective as 1. Stimulant. 2. Painkiller. 3. Stimulant. 4. Pesticide.
Benzene.
So is it stimulant?
I want to say stimulant.
Or, I mean, there's 2
So,
stimulants, so
yeah,
which
there
one
is
are you
2.
picking? Yeah.
One.
Question 5. Benzene hexachloride is very effective as 1. Stimulant. 2. Painkiller. 3.
Benzene.
Stimulant. 4. Pesticide.
I think it's more of a painkiller, but
I was
stimulant.
man. I was thinking it's a germicide, but not like a pesticide.
1.
That answer is wrong.
Pesticide.
Okay, yeah.
The correct answer
Yeah.
is 4. Pesticide. Your
I was
score
gonna
is
say germicide,
Now question
not
fact.
pesticide, but okay.
In general, a pesticide is a
Because we used
carbamate,
or we used to
biological agent, such as
there were hexachloride
bacterium,
wipes
fungus,
before surgery.
repairs,
And that's what you would use.
kills, or otherwise
So
discourages.
this is a cool skill. I mean, if you're done with it, I'm good. I've embarrassed myself enough with my knowledge, but
The study of
either way.
fossils is known as
How many
1.
questions were there?
Paleontology. 2.
I think it was 10.
3.
The description said
Zoology.
20, but this said
4.
10.
Ornithology.
Paleontology. 1. Oh. 1.
Question 6. The study of fossils is known.
1.
That answer is correct. Yay!
I just wanted another
you get
correct
10
one.
points.
Right. We had to end on a win or
On a
whatever.
high note.
Your score
Yeah.
is Now your question fact. Did you know?
All right. So
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, not too bad. So that skill, again, I picked it one because it said for kids, and I thought it was going to be easy, but it also had 0 reviews. So I was after the show, I was gonna leave it a review. Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
it's on HBO.
Okay, either way, yeah.
So
KIMI. Okay, good to know.
I just wanted to make sure I was correct.
Right, right.
So it's
Cool.
on HBO Max. Give it a try if you're into voice. It's pretty decent.
Oh, cool.
All right. And if you're watching us, I'm guessing you're into voice.
That would be true. That would be true. Because it's not this. It's not this.
Yeah. Or this.
So yeah,
All
not a
right.
bad skill, but I'll definitely give it a review after the show. I'm glad for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
But well, we had our fun. Now it's time to get into some Beaningful Conversation.
Hey.
And so this week, I actually picked the topic, and I don't know if I blindsided you at all, but it was something I've been thinking a lot about, and I think I've touched upon a few times in the show, is voice profiles. So I was going to break down a little bit of like the pros, the cons, and then maybe just touch on some of the implementation that might go into some of these voice profiles. And so I guess I'll explain what I mean by a voice profile. In my mind, is if I speak to my smart speaker or my device, it knows that I am Kevin and I am talking to it. That's what I'm.
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
I know, you know, Jeff Blankenberg, who was on you were with a few weeks ago or last week. One of his things that he talked about was like his dream would be to have the dentist appointment scheduled and all this stuff behind the scenes, and it would, if he said to his device, when was my Alexa, or excuse me, when was my dentist appointment, it would know that it was him and it would
Yep.
pull the correct information. Now if it
Yep.
was me saying it, it would give me my dentist appointment.
Right.
That's what I would like to see happen more prevalent in the voice community. And I think there's some pros for it in the fact that there's some serious convenience. It's really nice that if in my house, there's my wife, myself, and my 2 kids. And so if I say something, I would like information related for me. Let's say I was driving to work every day and I wanted the traffic report. And I would say, "Hey, what's the traffic look like?" It would know for me, it's 15 minutes, don't take 22, take 56, whatever. If my wife would do it, it would give her route, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
My kids, they absolutely love to, or at least the 4-year-old loves to turn the lights on and off with the devices. So if maybe I could program it to not listen to him all the time, that would be nice. Um, you'll be walking through the room and he's like, "Alexa, turn off the light," and then it's dark. And you're like, okay. So, but things like that, or even voice permissions. If Jonah, my son, wanted to do a skill or whatever that needed those permissions, then I could just say yes, give it permissions, and it would know that it's me as that account holder, the adult, and then do it.
That'd be awesome.
I kind of like those types of things. Even taking it one step further, banking information. If we were talking about this hotel chain that had voice activation and some intelligence behind that, maybe my bank could pull some of this in, and instead of me having to answer security questions all the time or what have you, I could just say, I do it on my phone, but what's my balance? And then it would pull that information for me knowing my account, and my voice would be my fingerprint. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Or my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that, and I think it's possible. I think there's a lot of logistics involved. I think there's some potential for bad actors to get in there. Um, but it's something that I'd like to see in the voice community developed, or at least fleshed out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's take it another step too in the fact of gaming. Gaming is big on voice. That's definitely a popular use case. So if we could have Kevin's profile and then maybe my son's profile, if we're both playing uh, Cards of Wonder, right? Not, but we're both playing Cards of Wonder. I have my collection that I
Yep.
like,
Yep.
and he could have his, and he doesn't have to sell my cards and all that stuff that he does. So, like, I'm just if I knew, just get a hold of the developer and just put that request in there, that might be something I do. I'll have to look and see who it is. But just as an example, Kevin and Jonah, and then his voice, my voice,
Right.
two different plays.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with some of your choose your own adventure skills, those types of things. If you leave off at a certain point, but maybe my wife plays after whatever, and she makes it farther than I do, then we're not overlapping or whatever because we each have our
Mm-hmm.
own save state without having to create our own accounts and switch
Right.
back and forth between that kind of thing.
And the developer also having to create that also for you, or have you create account like you said. So yeah, it would be handled all by Alexa or the voice assistant.
Right. Now I think with that you could put in sometimes occasional checks. What's your PIN number? If you would set that, just so that it's not all. If we were talking about more of a security type of thing,
Right.
What is your
Where you
PIN
can
number? That way you're doing almost a two-factor type of situation.
what popped in my head is like all these movies about bank heists and stuff like that, or rich people's houses being ripped off, and they have
Yeah.
a voice that they say to
Mhm.
get into this vault. So it could be
Right.
like
Right.
a string of words
hmm
would be your profile or password. I mean, or your PIN.
Right. It's just a random thing like zebra, potato, lazy,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin. Yeah,
Yep.
that kind of thing. Makes
Yep.
sense. I like that idea too. And that would be pretty straightforward. I could see that being a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the only, and I don't know, there's probably a lot of cons that I'm not thinking of at the moment, but I did think of, is that going to add to the computation time or the any type of lag time between responses? And I don't know. If you authenticated at the beginning and then carried out all of those requests after that, would it just be like a normal interaction between your device, or would it do an occasional check, or like we talked about last week, there's that processing that happens in between everything else that kind
Mm-hmm.
of minimizes that lag time. And
Yeah, I
I don't know.
think
Any thoughts?
how it is set up now. I mean, you couldn't. Let's say you say something and then your son automatically says something, it can't switch back and forth that quickly right now. But if
Right.
you say something and then a minute later your son says something, then it knows how to switch back and forth, and whose voice is whose. But yeah, to get where you were talking about, I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah.
But I could see it when, yeah, I could see it being in the works. So
Yeah. So I haven't done too much with audio mixing or anything like that, but how accurate would that be? And let's say I get sick and my voice sounds different. Does that throw a wrench into things? Maybe. And can you just override that with that passcode, that
yeah.
phrase or what have you? But yeah, those are things to think about. But I I almost see that as a potential next step in
Mhm.
some of this. When the first smartphones came out, we always reference the smartphones and things, but when the first smartphone came out, cameras weren't really a big deal,
No.
or even uh, I don't even know, like battery wasn't that important at the time either. But now, like you take these increments and you work on them, and then you take that next step and that next step and that next step. And I think this could be potentially one of those steps in voice, in voice technology.
Yes, for
So
sure. For sure.
I kind of like it. I see, like I talked about, I see potential use cases for it, and I don't think it would be a detriment. Um, I think there's the convenience to it. It's kind of like Face ID for your phones, your iPhones or your face detection and things. Um, it's a convenience thing that people are willing to do, and I think maybe for voice it would be kind of that same angle.
Yeah.
So
I know you can. No, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the developer can get the voice profiles,
okay,
so they know who is talking. But I'm not
okay.
100% sure.
I haven't looked
Does your
that
son have a
deeply.
voice profile?
No,
Okay,
no, he doesn't.
my son
I
doesn't
know
either.
that he doesn't. Yeah.
Um,
Um.
although I'm pretty sure uh A knows when my son's talking.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
I think it and it this bother voice profiles voice profiles bothers my wife, mainly
Okay.
because she doesn't want to set it up, and she hates it that each time she says something, not each time, but a lot of the times she says something, Alexa will say, "Hey, is this Janaea?" My wife's name. Uh, and she's like, "No, no, no."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So she doesn't want to get it set up. She doesn't want to do it. Okay, and
Yeah.
whatever. You know, uh, she has that right.
Yeah.
So uh, I see it as um, it's a great convenience
Mhm.
um, uh, for certain people, and but I don't know if it's worth like developing for if not everyone or even 50% of people are actually utilizing voice profiles as
That's the thing.
speaking from a developer a point of view,
Mhm.
because as soon as voice profiles came out, it's like, oh, that'd be so sweet. I could have, you know, a account just for this person, this person, they could battle each other.
Yeah.
Which once again, I think they have works to do that kind of stuff, but it's just not there yet.
Right. Well, that's my thing is people have to use it. And you're right.
Yeah.
If people aren't using it, it's not worth it. Now, I'll kind of wrap up my thoughts here, but so when my wife got a Cricut, do you know what a Cricut is?
Yeah.
It's this crafting tool thing.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I like watching it work. But so she's been watching these video tutorials for it, right? So she'll actually put the video tutorial on the TV and she'll get her station set up and whatever, and she's like following along. Well, she used my YouTube account to watch that thing. Or that tutorial. So now I get all these recommendations for like crafty thing this and flowery thing that. And I'm like, where did this come from? Oh, because you didn't change to your profile, which messes my settings up and my recommendations and the almighty algorithm, you know?
Mhm.
So like the convenience factor would be awesome, if
for sure.
she fires up the Fire TV and says, show me Cricut tutorials, it would recognize her voice and do it from her account and leave my stuff alone.
Right.
You know.
Does she have a voice profile?
She does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you can update those too, right? Like you can retrain it or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, when we first got them, when we first got our Echoes, I think is when we did it.
Okay.
Whenever all that came out and was playing around with it and trying things out, but yeah. So,
cool.
I don't know. Can kids even have a voice profile?
I don't think so.
I thought that was probably odd.
But for some odd reason, I am pretty sure it said my son's name. Is this Liam? And,
Oh yeah.
And when he was talking, so.
And
I have his name in the A account, so he could actually call us if he needed to.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's why my wife's name is in there as well, which is weird because Alexa actually said her name correctly, and most human beings can't do that.
Right.
And Alexa doesn't usually pronounce anything correctly.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see it grow, develop. Certain use cases, I can see the potential in it.
For sure.
Yeah. Not a bad conversation.
Mind, spinning, I mean.
Yep. And my last request for that before we jump into our next is I just want it to be easy to implement for developers, or else it just, if you have to jump through hoops, it's gonna be a burden. So, easier the better. So, but yeah. I think that's all that I had that I wanted to really bring up and talk about. If anybody has any thoughts on it or has potential use cases, let us know. Comment below. And definitely, again, as always, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter.
Sounds good. Well, next up. Oh, man. I got hiccups. I got everything.
Well, that's okay because this skill we're going to test out, we can check your symptoms here. You can tell that I picked this one from being being
Is this test taste, correct?
Bean test taste or bean taste test. Yeah,
taste test.
I'm telling you, it's been a rough couple of days. But we're going to check out symptom checker.
Symptom checker.
Yep.
All right, let's get this pulled up. And I found something out with the Fire TV
Okay.
is if it's not pulling up the skill, if you say skill after whatever it is, it will actually pull up the skill then.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So we'll try it first. Open system symptom checker,
Yep.
and then if that doesn't work, then we'll try say skill afterwards.
Perfect.
Open symptom checker.
Okay, here's Symptom Checker. Welcome. You can check symptoms for sleep apnea or generalized anxiety disorder. Keep in mind that this tool does not replace professional medical advice.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it gonna?
Help.
Ask me about sleep apnea or generalized anxiety disorder.
Oh.
Oh.
General anxiety disorder.
Please answer the following 7 questions about how you felt during the last 2 weeks. Question 1. Do you feel nervous, anxious, or on edge?
No.
Okay. Question 2. Do you feel that you cannot stop or control your worrying?
Yeah.
Question 3. Do you feel that you are worrying about too many things?
Always. Every time.
Yep.
Question 4. Do you have trouble relaxing?
No.
Question 5. Do you feel so restless that it is hard to sit still?
No.
Question 6. Do you easily
son
become
does.
annoyed or irritable?
Yes.
Question 7. Do you feel afraid of something awful happening?
Sure.
You might have mild anxiety. 8.
.8.
.8. Oh boy, that sounds serious.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So when I looked up this skill, I had done it from my phone, and the description said symptom checker will ask several questions about common symptoms of the specified condition. And I did not see where it said currently there are only 2 conditions available, sleep
Yeah,
apnea and
sleep
general.
apnea.
Yeah. But it says currently that the I think they're going to add more, but questionnaires take about 1 to 3 minutes to complete. And it had 2 reviews, and the other skill that was similar to this was actually a WebMD skill, so like a bigger name, and it
Mhm.
had, I think it had 400 something reviews. So that's why I chose the little guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's following a questionnaire that's actually typically used in the medical field.
Okay.
I recognize those questions right away as far as what was being asked, and then you get a score, and that score then. Um, Sorry, I got distracted by oxygen box there. Hey, mispronounces apnea. Yeah, yeah. And wondering about liability, does the description have a disclaimer? It does.
Oh,
The
I
skill does
completely.
not provide medical advice,
Yep.
informational, blah, blah, blah. Not a substitute. Call your doctor. Dial a emergency response number, that kind of thing. So yeah, it
Yep.
did cover its bases on that.
I
But
completely forgot to share the link.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it adds um, more illnesses or like, to me, this when I hear symptom checker, I think, okay, I have a runny nose and a sore throat. What do I have?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. Here's my condition that I want to know more about, like
Right.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
This
But
is more of a condition checker than a symptom
yeah,
checker.
yeah, it's almost like a confirmation type of thing. But yeah, neat little skill. It had the visuals weren't there, but not too bad.
Mm.
If they added more, kind of tweak things around a little bit, I could see it having some serious potential. I mean, that's what everybody does anymore is they Google their symptoms,
Yeah.
see what's what, and then yep, got to go to the doc. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. That's what they're thinking. You know, I won't share some of the secrets of the fact that that's what medical professionals do anyway. But you know, anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, but not a bad little skill. Not a bad little skill.
Mhm.
But yeah. So if I had like a runny nose or allergies or something like that, my bean of the week would help take care of that.
Uh, uh, Love Oxygen Box's comment.
What's that? Are you a
Are
developer?
you a developer? You probably are suffering from anxiety. That's
That
why
sounds
I
about right.
answered yes to some of those. I wasn't just joking. Some of them I was actually trying to see to trip up the the skill.
Yeah.
But
Yes, no type of thing. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you got, I kind of copied you. So, but
Nothing
go
wrong with
ahead.
that. We picked some good ones. Um, so my bean of the week is something that I got my wife, and well, I got it for everybody. And if I would say that I got my wife a robotic vacuum for Christmas, I would be outside. So I got it for everybody. But this little thing, I didn't go with like the top of the line because I wasn't sure how well they worked, and I read
Mm-hmm.
reviews. I
Yeah.
didn't want to like try, but because they can get pretty expensive too.
Mm-hmm.
But this little thing, it's about a foot in diameter, and it just goes around the house, sucking up dirt, dog hair. Uh, does a pretty good job. I have two young kids, and it cleans up their mess mostly. Um, it does not clean up my mess though. But it's the one I got. It it doesn't do like mopping or anything like that. There are some that do. And I think you might have had one that did, correct? But yeah, it is pretty good. I like it. It's voice activated, so I can be away from home and set it to go off or tell it to go off or whatever, or I can set it on a schedule. It has little infrared detectors on it, so it's not bumping into the walls too much. Um, it's fun and it's quiet, but it does the
Yeah.
job. Yeah, I'm happy with it, and thankfully so's the wife.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that one. I did go with the more expensive one.
Mhm.
It's called Roborock. This
I
one
saw that. Yeah.
did have does have um does have the mopping thing.
Okay.
So I don't know about you. I mean, it's definitely saves a lot of time for us
Mhm.
actually vacuuming the whole house. But we have to go around picking up everything. I mean, do you have a bunch of toys everywhere, or at least
Yeah.
on certain floor or whatever rooms? Uh, we have it almost around the entire house
Mhm.
because my son is spoiled. Um, so we do one level at a time.
Okay.
Um, we do two levels, and then so we do one level one day and one level another day. But we don't use the voice as much as I expected because of we have to pick up all the stuff before
Right. Right.
putting it on. So I mean, would I, if I had it set up? Possibly.
Mhm.
But I don't have it set up, so
Yeah.
maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah. I mean, we have hardwood floors, and then we have carpet in certain areas, and it just goes from one to the other,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yep.
It's got a filter in it, so you just clean the filter occasionally. But
Same.
yeah, we have a silver lab, so he sheds a little bit, so that helps, just to run it, and it gets his stuff squared away. And you're right though, the kids, they'll leave their toys or whatever around, and yeah, there's been times where it runs and you can see exactly where it stopped in front of the toy, made a turn, goes around it, comes around it again, and
Nice.
whatever. But yeah, crumbs and things that they do that the dog misses or whatever. And yeah, it's a neat little thing to have. And I know when they first came out, they were like really, really expensive, but they've come down a lot in price.
They have.
And for what you get and everything. So it's something neat. And I like my smart house stuff. So it's a neat little gadget.
For sure.
Pretty cool. Yeah. But did you have anything else that you wanted to get into or bring up?
I was just going to promote Cards of Wonder because I have a free card right now. So if you play Cards of Wonder, log in. That's all you got to do. You get a free Queen of Hearts, not of the Queen of Hearts card, just for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
So I plan on doing this throughout the year. St. Patrick's Day, maybe I'll throw people off and do one for Cinco de Mayo, and then Symptom de Mai, which is Norwegian holiday, on the 5th. So we have a Mexican holiday and a Norwegian holiday back to back, and maybe get 2 cards that week. I don't know. We'll
there
see.
you go. There you go. I'm all about the collecting.
I definitely want to do a lot more creating of cards, and I said St. Patrick's Day, didn't
I? I don't know. Did we? I don't remember. I know
If
we
I
had
did-
talked about that behind the scenes. Yeah.
I could have sworn I said St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, different card for each holiday. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Not too shabby.
We are not streaming or playing tomorrow our D&D, so don't come looking for that. Hopefully next week. I think that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't really have anything too exciting going on. Just trying to recover a little bit from that stomach bug. And so just recovering a little bit, catching up on things. And maybe next week I will make an announcement on a skill that I've been working on. So
Cool.
Stay tuned.
Awesome.
Yeah. But
Alrighty.
appreciate everybody stopping by.
Teaser.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Please add us whenever you want to talk or you have a question or a comment. Also, you can throw a comment in below the video on YouTube. Yeah. Thanks all. Have a
Yeah.
good rest of your week.